So my role this evening is the grammarian. It's one of the positions you can pick to help run the evening, and it's a role that is much about active listening. It's about listening to the language that the speakers are using and picking up on the hesitations, the ums and ahs, and trying to encourage people to use a wider vocabulary, different choices of words within their speech. And if grammarian were a job, this is one that I really like, because I really like listening to language, and I really enjoy the way that people can say a phrase and really conjure up a picture in your mind. And as part of the grammarian's role, to tie in with the theme, I picked a word of the meeting, or word of the day, which you will see up there and here, to try and jog your memory to use it if you can in a speech or later on in a table topic. And that word is change, to do with feedback. So change can be a verb, which is to make something different or to replace one thing with another thing, so change. Or it can be a noun, which is just the act or process of creating something different. Or it could just be change, because you haven't got a £5 note. But let's change as in making something different. And I'll be listening out for that word and tallying up who's used it the most, and just try and kind of get it into your your speeches, and if you are brave enough to just do a table topic, which is an impromptu theme. But that's my role, and I'll be coming back later to give my little report of what I've heard during the meeting.
Thank you.
What a superb evening, full of great phrases that I picked up and words that resonated with me and helped me kind of absorb the speeches. But firstly, the use of the word change, I think, just fell right into Sue's hands. Although she used it 5 times within her speech. So magic for her, but noted that Tom used it and Sharuk used it, as well as Elizabeth. I just wanted to pick up on some phrases I enjoyed hearing and conjured up imagery. So Sue mentioned don't follow the herd, and Elizabeth said make it a better version of yourself when she keeps improving. And just some phrases that resonated with me, that actually Tom picked up on specific words for Sue. Scarpered, great imagery there, and the insurmountable was a good use of the word, and hysterical laughter. It just conjured up the joy that she was feeling. Moving on with Daniela's speech, you get phrases that kind of balance each other out. So she used overlooked and underappreciated time, and then she made you think with, you have a plan, you're in charge. I was like, oh, if I say that, I am in charge. It sounded very authoritative. And I liked the kind of, I think it's an alliteration in the sense that it was celebrate success, the s sounds, and the phrase review and adjust is a nice balance for you to take away, as well as kind of perfectionist paralysis that kind of sticks in your mind, that helps you kind of maybe make a change. And she uses kind of what we call like freeze to help you remember. And ironically, I didn't remember the third one, but it was like more organised, less stressed, and I think she was more confident or something like that. But freeze are a nice way to help someone remember points in a speech when you start crafting speeches. And I enjoyed the way that Alex used colourful language, and being, instead of, it's another way of describing swear words if you aren't aware. And then saying, the imagery of he could feed an army, get a sense of the amount of food, and then leave with half his fridge. You get an idea of how much food there was. And then the whole feedback and gestures, body language is important as well when you're kind of conveying messages, but also gestures, things like you're tethered to your paper was Tom's words, but also his gesture, and phrases like don't judge a book by its cover is an absolute piece of turd. It's also a good phrase. Sticks in your mind. And then finally, just, yeah, things like the kind of the choice of words you use can really make an impact on somebody. And I really enjoyed kind of all of the speeches and all the well done on coming up and speaking and, you know, raising confidence and a laugh as well. And that's it, my grammarian report. Thank you.